What is going on? We back at it again with some more Beyond Dragon Ball Super. You feel me? Oh man, these demons, they went to the wrong hood, bro. They went to the wrong hood, man. We got Cell Max on our team, man. Like y'all done for, my guy. And then we got reinforcements. You know what I'm saying? Gohan, Vegeta, Broly, Beerus. You feel me? They all pulled up. Goku still went go get something. Still know what this nigga went go get. He go get the stick. You feel me? Literally though, like something that can help against the demons. Like what? I'm either the power pole, but just the pole, and the pole gonna do all that fan. That's not two things I'm thinking of. But yeah, they were cooked, and then Whis needs help. We stuck in the demon realm. Oh my god, bro. Yeah, we got this damn cube. Oh man, once this man realizes he does not have that cube, he gonna pull up. He gonna slide again. And who won't stop Raijin? He built different. But yeah, hit the video up, like, man, comment down below and subscribe. Roll to 3K. Yeah, not subscribe. Probably on Patreon, Twitch, and the gaming channel, the description down below. Subscribe to Alex, get up to 2 milli type beat. Without further ado, let's dive on in. Bro, I cannot wait to get to the that goddamn sequel. I cannot wait to watch that shit. Oh my god. Oop. Yeah, hit the like button, just like that from here. I love it.
As our story now continues, back within West City on
Oh yeah, the shadow demons.
Off against some of the demon realm's most powerful adversaries, now having to stand against them. To which it was only just after Sugami had summoned and calling forth Shadow Demon Gohan with Beast
Leviathan
standing in opposition and having to confront and challenge Shadow Demon Gohan was when Beast Gohan then went on to quickly respond. So that was what you had went and done with our blood when you managed to go and get one of your very own to come.
Yes, they did. But look, they also have freaking Shadow Demon God Beerus in their back pocket. In their back pocket.
And I'll be happy to go as far as to show you on why you could never surpass the original.
Let them know.
I already know that what is standing before me isn't going to be a simple cakewalk of a battle, Gohan adds. What I will, however, go as far as to tell you, by the time that this is over, only one of us here will end up in having to be the last one standing out here, and that someone is going to be me. And so now let's go. To which it was only within that very moment
Gohan
and Shadow Beast Gohan had wasted little time in having to collide was when the demon scientist Sugami then went on to quickly chime in. Oh, this isn't good, for I never would have expected to go as far as to be forced in having to go and use this Shadow Demon against these mortals this early, for his synchronization isn't as perfect as the others. However, it appears as though he is still able to hold his own out there, as this is far from an ideal situation.
But for how long though?
Go and be in within the moment, Sugami continues. For these mortals are far more composed than I had originally anticipated for them to go and be, as they have went and seen this kind of threat before, as that much is obvious by the way they are all seemingly having to go about this situation together. And so because of that very fact, I must
be not stressing you, bruh.
Counterattack against them fast, because if they are somehow able to go and discover a method
Broly ready to crash out, man. Look at him.
Then I'm going to, just so that we are clear here, Beerus interrupts upon having to see Sugami turn his head by noticing Broly and Beerus, with Beerus having to then chime in. Let me be the first to go as far as to hereby now remind you that if I truly wanted to, I could destroy you with the slightest flick of my wrist when compared to some of your more troublesome allies who are currently out there. But
this is very true.
don't worry, because I have special plans for you, demon.
What that mean?
See, Beerus continues, I was actually having quite the pleasant day before you and your horde of outlawed rejects had went and decided to go and ruin all of that for me, and so I just want you to know that I just relish at moments such as these, especially when fools like yourself finally go on to realize on how small and how insignificant they truly are, just before they wind up going and getting exactly what is already owed to them. And so now, do you see this pitiful excuse of worthless existence that is standing here before us, Broly?
Oh shit. You see the nigga Broly? Oh, Broly. Attack.
very plans just so happen to include your friends, your peace, and your very existence, which are all on the line here, as this one here aims to rip it all away
Broly,
from you, which
crash
is why
out.
he came onto this world to begin with here, Broly. However, since this creature here doesn't appear to fully understand the danger that he is currently up against, what do you say you ought to go and give this little worm a little reminder without having to go and take his life so quickly, Beerus adds, in going as far as to punish this worthless excuse for a life form by
That nigga
revealing
point.
to him the
Get that nigga right there.
battle power now, will you? Since he clearly now appears to not get the message.
Oh my
here,
God.
Broly, and so
Nigga came
now
out his shirt and every damn thing.
Broly was then shown exactly having to go and do. This had now become the exact moment where full-powered Super Saiyan 3 Broly was then shown having to reignite his power onto the surface as Beerus then went on to quickly continue. Good, just like that, Saiyan. But do remember that he doesn't just threaten you here, mortal, but this creature here just so happens to threaten those whom you also hold dear, along
Don't
with your
tell him
allies
that.
and the ones who have accepted and trusted you, Broly.
Don't tell him that. He gonna crash out.
Show this monster that mortals, just like demons, can ultimately be just as brutal and just as bloodthirsty and ruthless as they portray themselves to be. To which, as Broly was then shown having to dash directly
Put
towards
your
the
hands
demon,
up, bro.
the demon scientist
Put your
had
hands up, big bro.
absolutely no response as to what he was
Ooh.
about to go and face in Super
He
Saiyan
did put his hands up. That's not what I meant.
Wait, just hold on there for just a moment as I
That's not what I meant, big bro.
So just wait a minute and give me a chance to go and summon a
You're not a warrior. Nigga, you on this battlefield. You better put them hands up. The hell wrong with you? I'm not a warrior. You better. You should have stayed home then.
capable of giving you the challenge that you are looking for.
Mmm.
Worthy enough in going into now, I wouldn't go and listen to him here if I were you, Saiyan. Beerus went on to then immediately interrupt upon having to see Broly uppercut Tsugami in the stomach.
Sternum Cheku.
Out there from his very own mouth when he had laid out exactly on what it was that he was looking to go and do to everyone here, Broly. Beerus.
That is true.
And since he is trying to go and cover his tracks by going as far as to even lie directly to your face about everything that it was that he had just went as far as to mention,
And he
what do you
palming
say
his
we
ass.
give this delusional creature here a small taste by showing him on exactly why his dreams of wiping out your future is but a foolish one, Saiyan. To which this, of course, had now ultimately become the case.
Broly smash.
He was then shown having to slam Tsugami all throughout the
Yeah,
landscape
GG.
and having to pummel him
GG.
city by city block and being shown having to slam him through multiple buildings was when Beerus then went on to quickly continue. Oh yes, now that's the kind of violence that I was hoping to go and see from you, and
Bruh.
so just like that. So now continue slamming that fragile
That poor nigga, bro.
through as many of those buildings that you can, Beerus continues. And as I want for that fool to go and feel every little bit of this before we go off and destroy him shortly after, and so keep going and don't stop, Saiyan. Which was only in the meantime as the giant
Well, he
Leviathan
GG for that nigga, bro.
shown having to completely stand back up and targeting the Ultra Androids was when Ultra Android 18 then went on to quickly shout, "Oh no, watch it 17, for we'll need to go and try to come up with a plan to sidetrack this massive demon first before it's able to go and grab hold of us like it was just
If y'all don't handle that,
to
bruh.
do again. And so now hurry and brace yourself because
He big for nothing, man.
just within this very moment
Handle that.
Leviathan had the opportunity and having to go as far as to attack the Ultra Androids was when CC Supercell Max was then shown having to ram himself directly into the Leviathan as Ultra Android
Cell Max, use headbutt.
respond. Wait a minute there, 18, as I believe that with this massive Cell Max Titan and having to go and target the giant Leviathan, this could
Oh,
end
did
up
he
being
get
our
bigger?
one and only chance
Oh,
to
damn.
go and take those other two demons down while the Leviathan is distracted. And so now while we still have the chance, let's hurry and go after
Let's
these
get
two
it,
while
bruh.
keeping them separated from one another.
Androids versus demons.
Very well just might be our
Sento
one and only
Kaishi.
chance to go and destroy them, which allows
Hajime.
us to keep them both apart. And so now let's go. To which, of course, it was only just upon with Ultra Android 17 and Ultra Android 18 having to now clash with the elite demons Kyrax and Kaima was when Ultra Android 18 then went on to respond. Well, it's like I said, just do what you need to go and do, but just make sure that you go and leave this one up to me, 18 says. To which it was only all the while in the meantime back down below as Shadow Demon Piccolo was from that point then shown having to overtake and attack Orange Piccolo, with Orange Piccolo being shown having to lose was when Gohan then went on to quickly shout, "No,
Not lose. Come on, Piccolo. Lock in.
out of having that thing go and try to control the pace of your battle here against it, because while me and Vegeta go and take care of these other two shadow demons, Gohan continues, you'll need to go and hurry and try to maintain some kind of control over that
sure
thing
you can.
before it goes and finds a way to overtake you, with Orange Piccolo being shown having to then respond, well, I'm trying here, Gohan, but don't worry about me and just focus and having
Well,
to
try harder, my guy.
demon that you are currently fighting against, as I won't stand to go and allow for these monsters to overtake us, despite in having us be.
Don't that man piece you up like that, bro.
These things are made of, and so while I go and hold this one off, just make sure that the shadow demon that you're currently fighting against doesn't manage to somehow go and find a way to intervene in any of our battles here against these things, because they seem to work far better together when hunting and attacking their targets in packs, Piccolo says. And so I think that if I were to go and try to create enough space here between us, then I believe that I could. Wait, surely my blasts aren't just going to. Oh, you've got to be kidding me, Piccolo continues upon having to see his blast go right through Shadow Demon Piccolo.
Kamui.
Shown in having to simply tear right through him with no damage that was done on top of it.
And he using a special beam.
Oh, just
Demon beam cannon.
that something that was already made up of my DNA would go and try to use my very own ultimate against me, Piccolo continues, which only now leaves me with no other choice, since I think I may in fact actually see an opening here up there against that thing that just might very well be my winning ticket in having to beat this thing for good. But I will need to go and keep his attention drawn towards me for just a moment if I hope for this to actually work, and so now let's just see on where this goes. As I've got to go and act fast, which I think I know of a perfect counterattack in stopping that blast from having to make contact with me. And so as tough as you may in fact actually be,
Lock in, Pick. Come on.
I'm about to go and show you on why you could never be any tougher than the original, and so here goes. Which is only seconds later with both
Light grenade.
and Orange Piccolo now shown having to be locked within a very intense beam struggle was when Orange Piccolo then went on to continue. Damn this monster, as he appears to be a lot stronger than I imagined that he would go and be, and so unless I am to go and find
They are ignorant. You know what I mean?
massive special beam cannon from colliding, then I'm not going to go and last much longer out here against this
Come
thing,
on,
since
Pick.
he appears to have far more power to him than meets the eye, Piccolo says. As I'm losing ground
And a
here
tail.
fast, but I must continue to try to keep pushing through, because I can't just go and allow for myself to be overtaken and destroyed by a cheap knockoff copy of who I really am. As Vegeta then went on to quickly address Piccolo by then responding, well, don't try and manage to overpower it just yet, but instead try and create some kind of a distraction in causing that thing to go and shift its focus, because the book that I have been reading implies that warriors who are born as clones, Vegeta adds, are not able to fully go and process and having to be distracted, which you will have to go and hurry and try to do, Namekian, because despite how powerful these things may in fact actually be, they cannot seem to lock onto and maintain their focus once their attention has been redirected. And as you shouldn't let their power go and harbor your full attention just yet, because yes, as strong as these things are, Vegeta continues, they aren't unbeatable, and so there's still a way to win, but you'll only have one shot in making this count before they go and catch on, Vegeta says. As these things don't appear to be able to go and focus once their attention has
W
been
Vegeta, man.
Vegeta
Reading the book.
continues, and so if you are
You've been
looking to go and
studying.
end this once and for all, then hurry and go and draw its attention elsewhere by doubling your power output and blasting that demon into millions of tiny pieces. Oh damn this thing, Piccolo responds, as I think that Vegeta might be onto something here, because if those demons tend to stagnate when their focus wavers as they're locked within a moment of aggression or having them be distracted, then perhaps that is the key in having to finally go and destroy them. But in order for that to happen, Piccolo continues, if I'm not able to go and pull this off, then there's no doubt about the fact that this demon will try to burn me out the longer this goes, and so I'll have to go and try to see if this will be enough to work, as this has to be the only other measure that I have in putting this thing down.
Oh, he better come back. Hey.
See on whether or not you were able to withstand my Hell Zone attack, Piccolo went on to then
No.
responding, because if you
Let it all go.
creator assumes
Full
you to
power.
be, then let's see if you were able to go and bypass your way out of this one. And there, Orange Piccolo quickly shouts, for it looks as though it's worked, because he looks to be taking some damage out there while trying to assess on how to respond up there, and so Vegeta's knowledge on drawing their attention elsewhere is working. And so it's now or never, as we had went and made a promise long ago that we
Full power.
go and happen to us like that ever again. and so now say goodbye, because this ends now. Full power! To which this was only seconds later, as Vegeta's strategy had now proven
Goodbye,
to be
demon.
true, as Orange Piccolo's
Demon.
attack had now gone as far as to completely obliterate Shadow Demon Piccolo from the face of existence, as Beast Gohan went as far as to turn his attention towards Piccolo by then having to respond, "No, right, as I knew that you had what it took to go and bring that Shadow Demon down within due time, Piccolo. But although not all of them appear to be equally matched, since the Shadow Demon that I am currently fighting is far stronger than the one that you had went and managed to destroy just now," Gohan continues. And I guess
Was that a jab?
follow that exact same strategy.
You have to say that.
Laid out if it means in having to go and beat these monsters once and for
Yeah, you did all right, but you know when I'm fighting a bit stronger than yours, you feel me? You didn't have to say that, Gohan. What fuck, bro? Let my nigga, get his glory, bro. Celebrate his glory, his victory. Like, what's going on, man? Low key shade.
Then shown having to battle against Shadow Demon clone Vegeta in the distance was when Piccolo then went on to quickly respond, "Oh, there we are, and so good riddance forever in that regard. And so your idea on doubling my output had worked," Vegeta Piccolo says. "But in the meantime, I'm going to need a second
look
to
tapped
go
out,
recover
yeah.
here, and so I think that your tactic may actually be what goes and puts these things down for good. And so just try to do what I just did and see if it'll work here in destroying that thing." To which, as Vegeta was then shown completely enraged, as he was from that point then shown having to power up to his fullest and driving the Shadow Demon clone Vegeta back. When Vegeta then went on to quickly respond, "No, right, Demon, for I have grown tired of watching you continuously stand within my way and having you be a thorn at my side ever since and having to first encounter you on Lord Beerus's planet, and so I've had enough.
Hey, bro, you about to air this bitch out?
My power output is what it'll take for me to ensure that you are exterminated without the chances of watching you go and come back," Vegeta continues. "Then watch as I go and give you everything that you've been wishing for, and
Nah,
a little
Vegeta.
bit of extra for safe
Don't
keeps
blow up the
too.
planet now.
And so go and use my signature moves against me now, will you?" Vegeta continues upon now.
That nigga using Gallic gun?
Vegeta using the Gallic gun? Well,
The
fine,
nerve.
because unlike how it was shown being before, when you were able to go and blindside me through the aid of having to hide behind your fellow demons, this time, however, I am going to go and make sure that there isn't going to be a trace of you left while I wipe you off the face of existence forever, demon. And so now you better go and make sure to hit me by using everything that you are made of, and let's go and find out on which one of us is truly superior. But then, it was only from within this very moment now, similar to the events that were shown transpiring on Beerus's planet with Garlock, as from out of nowhere, a dark wormhole was then shown having to appear directly below Shadow Demon Vegeta, and from that point now having to garner his attention, as Beast Gohan went on to then quickly turn his attention by having to address the others in responding, "Wait a minute now, hold on, don't go and take another step closer towards him, and go and take a look at what is happening to that shadow
What is that?
beneath him there, Vegeta, for that looks to be the same thing that was shown in having to go and take place on Lord Beerus's planet, where that one demon named Garlock had been shown in getting sucked right through it, and so whatever that thing was that had went and appeared on Lord Beerus's planet now looks to be shown in having to take place here as well, does it not? And so even though I don't—
Okay, so whoever doing that, they have to be an ally. Cause like, what the fuck is? Cause only targeting demons. They ain't like ain't do nothing, like, one of the homie shit.
know as to what exactly that thing beneath that demon is that's starting to go and pull him right under, but whatever that is, and wherever this thing had went and came from, Gohan
Now you're going to the shadow realm. Goodbye.
Like it was anything that any of these demons had been planning for before having to go and come here, you guys. And because I don't believe that any of these demons were honestly expecting for, well, whatever that thing is to go and play a role during these battles, Gohan continues. And if anything, this only goes as far as to tell me that there appears to be another unknown force here that looks as though it's playing a massive role here in causing further confusion upon having these demons just vanish without a trace, and so we'll need to go and be careful. As Orange Piccolo then went on to quickly respond, wait a minute, so you have all seen this happen to those demons back on Lord Beerus's planet just before and having to go and come here, Piccolo questions?
Yep.
Because, well, if you did, and if this isn't something that these creatures are using to try and get one over on us, then...
Is he about to go in that bitch?
Vegeta having to then respond, now I'm starting to see it, but if this is not the first first time in having to watch something like this happen, then what exactly is that thing which seems to be consuming them from underneath like this? To which as Shadow Demon Vegeta,
I mean, it could be an ally because again, it's only targeting demons.
Chime back in. Careful now, because this could ultimately end up being another one of their traps, and so we'll need to go and approach this with caution here, because we don't have a clue on just where that vortex is going to go and take him. Just try not to go and let your anger towards that thing cloud your mind, because one wrong move and it just might be our last here, Vegeta. To which
yeah, about that.
Getting pulled completely under as Vegeta was then shown making his way towards him was when Primal Blue Vegeta went on to then quickly respond.
God damn it.
Having to just wait around and see what happens, because I have grown tired of watching these demons continuously try and go and take advantage over us by using any and all available measures that they could go and get their hands on.
But that's not an advantage. Bro getting sucked up or sucked down. False.
Fight your way out of being dragged right under, because you and I have a little score to go and settle, Vegeta shouts, as I plan on settling it indefinitely, since this one here thinks that he is the real deal when he is far from the original, and so now hurry and climb out of that wormhole and come and show me on what you're made of. But then, it was only just before Vegeta
Bro said, don't duck the fade. Come here.
The Shadow Demon clone version of himself before he was shown getting pulled right under was when Orange Piccolo then went on to quickly respond. He's gone, Vegeta, and because there is no telling on where that thing was taken or perhaps what those things are planning on doing next, we can't
Who knows?
go by risking it and having to stand around here and complain about it when you and I both know that this war involving these demons is very far from being over, and so we'll need to go and remain focused at the task at hand before we end up losing ourselves, as Vegeta went on to then quickly
Anyway, he's
respond.
crashing out.
First, these things, as I just know that if our battle had been drawn out for just a little while longer, Vegeta says, then I know I would have went and buried that creature beneath the weight of my full power by atomizing his remains and proving that the original will always be superior when compared to a knockoff copy. To which as Beast Gohan was then shown having to quickly interject himself. Was
Not sure you can.
to quickly respond. Well, never mind that for now, because there is still a lot of work that needs to go and be done here, and while these things are still continuing to go and stand up against us here, Gohan continues, we've got to go and try and use everything within our ability to hurry and destroy these monsters before they end up getting worse for us in the meantime, Gohan adds. And so while there are still things that are currently going on that may in fact be outside of both of our controls and current understanding from within the moment, Gohan continues, this is now going to be our one and only chance for us to go and seize this opportunity and
Does my nigga have pants on? I'm tripping, y'all.
having it go and tip within our favor and wiping these creatures out once and for all, so that way we can go and try to find and help Whis out in having him defeat Lord Raijin for good, as it was only right then and there now during that moment.
Yeah, easier said than done.
Masters, the official Merno sequel, Manga chapter number 41 special.
No!
To a close.
Well, actually, I'll go ahead and
That was
take
a
it from
quickie.
here, as I do want to go as far as to address something very important with our dear viewers at the moment. As before I go and give
That shit was tough, bro. My guard dog. Broly. Look at that nigga, man. Super Saiyan 3. It's gonna be crazy. I just can't wait to see all of this shit comes together. I just can't wait to see it. Oh my god. Look, this brother has Super Saiyan 3. Look at that shit. Crazy work. Like lightning. Tough. I didn't even know that. That's hard. I forgot what he called the other one in the Return of the Fallen God shit. He got that transformation. It's like Master Super Saiyan, Master Legendary Super Saiyan or some shit, something. It was something for Broly. And wait till you see the freaking Gohan. Gohan gonna be like, huh? Is that me? Is that me, folk? Oh shit. See my baby girl. Where she at? No. No. Where is she? Where is she? No, where my baby girl Gira? I gotta get my there she go. There we go. There we go. I had to get my fix. You feel me? Anyway. Yeah, they came to the wrong hood, man. They came to the wrong hood, bro. How many episodes we have left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 10, 11, 12, damn, 13, 14, 15, 16, shit, 16 left to go. That's quite a lot. No cap, that's a lot. Oh my god. But that's good. That's good. That's good. Very good. Cause that'll make that, you know what I'm saying, that'll make the other one last longer. You feel me? That the others, the sequel build up even more. You feel me? I cannot wait to get to that point. Oh my god. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you guys enjoyed this reaction, hit the video up with a like, comment down below, and subscribe. With the 3K, subscribe. Play on Patreon, Twitch, and the gaming channel. Link in the description down below. Subscribe to Alex. Get up to 2 milli. You feel me? Cause we eating all this Dragon Ball goodness. You know what I'm saying? We got this. You know what I'm saying? Alex Clinton with this shit. Then, you know, top 5 strongest sequel. You know, the tournament. We got Eto dropping some cinema. With Gohan versus Saitama. R's coming out. R's coming out with the goddamn tournament and shit. Well, his tournament, the Elder tournament. We eating. We are eating. I love to see it. Love it. Love that for us. But anyway, love y'all, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.